Lashley. So Bobby Lashley has successfully defended the WWE title at WrestleMania 37. I've got to be honest, I'm so surprised at this. I was sure Drew was going to win. Drew would win the Rumble in 2020 and would go on to headline WrestleMania in what was supposed to be a crowning moment of his career. That didn't go quite to plan, however, as the pandemic hit and WrestleMania 36 took place in front of no fans. Drew did win the title in the main event that night, and it was pretty special, but it just wasn't quite the same without the fans being there. Fast forward 1 year, and Drew is challenging for the title again at WrestleMania. Quite fitting, as this was the first show back with fans in the first match on the card. So naturally, we all thought Drew was going to win the title and get that Mania moment and pick up where we left off. Well, that's where you're wrong, because Big Bob had other ideas. The match itself was pretty decent. I'd probably say it went on a little bit long. At 18 minutes 20, it was actually the longest match of the night. So I think this match would have benefited from being at a faster pace but not going on quite as long, maybe 10 minutes. But don't get me wrong, that's not a massive criticism, it was a decent enough match. We did see some pretty cool moves in this match. Bobby Lashley hitting the Dominator, which was his finisher in his original run in WWE, which we don't see much of these days. McIntyre hit 3 Future Shock DDTs in a row, which I also thought was really cool. And McIntyre also hit a massive Tope Con Hilo to the outside of the ring, which is something we don't see from him much in WWE. He used to hit that all the time in Impact, and I used to think it was awesome. The ending of this match was pretty questionable. McIntyre goes for the Claymore kick, but gets distracted by MVP shouting at ringside, and McIntyre stacks it Charlie Brown style. MVP gets the Hurt Lock on, and Drew is in trouble. Drew tries to run up the ropes and reverse it into a pin, a nod back to previous WrestleManias. But he doesn't quite get it, and now Drew's in real trouble because he got the Hurt Lock on him and he's on the floor. Drew can't escape and passes out, and so the referee calls it. Bobby Lashley has defeated Drew McIntyre to retain the WWE title at WrestleMania. I'm really happy for Bobby that he finally gets a big WrestleMania moment that doesn't involve Donald Trump, but you can't help but feel for Drew McIntyre now. That's 2 WrestleManias in a row where his big moment has been pulled from underneath him. I'd like to think there's some long-term storytelling going on here, and that next year maybe we'll see Drew challenge for the title again at WrestleMania, with the build around him never really getting that big WrestleMania moment in front of a crowd. But I'm probably being naive there, because let's face it, they don't even know what's happening on Raw tonight, let alone a whole year down the line. So yeah, still your WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. What did you think of this match? Let me know in the comments below. Did the right person win here? Let me know what you think. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm know that it's got to tell more people to watch this video. Be sure to smash that subscribe button too, and I'll catch you again next time.